Taped off and marked. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome back to I believe it's part 4 of our bumper build series for Double D here. Before the intro, you probably saw me hacking away with a cutoff wheel. Well, cutoff wheels were not cutting it. No pun intended. They just were not up to snuff. So I was granted access to use a bandsaw, so I cut the 3 major portions of the bumper ends on the bandsaw. Well, 6 pieces, 3 for each side. So rather than bore you with all that and all the cleanup, I cleaned all of them up, and they're sitting right down here. Let me show you. Our 2 top pieces, left and right, are forward facing and our side facing. I gave them a little bit of a radius to match the wheel well arch. They may or may not end up being radiused. Let me show you what we're going to do with these guys. I'm not going to try to freehand them. What we're going to do is we're going to set up our jig that we had over here. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, go back to part 3. If you don't know any of what's going on here, go all the way back to part 1. All the way back. And catch up. We'll wait. No, we won't. We're going to set the jig up in our hitch vise, and I will use the jig to tack these guys together. So let's get over there, get the welder out, and start, tack. All right, here's what I'm speaking of. We got our original jig clamped in our vise. The idea here is to tack it corner to corner, leaving a little galley in here for weld. Now when I weld this, I will not just be relying on this weld out here. I will be putting a huge weld on the inside. You're gonna layer it up. So let me go get the MIG out here, and we're gonna give it a couple tacky tacks. Okay, you can see our front panel in, corner to corner, real nice. Front didn't turn out as nicely as I had hoped, but we had to do some massaging here. Our plate had a little bit of a bow to it. Okay, preliminary fit up. It looks okay, but on closer inspection, we're sticking out here way too far, about over an inch. I want it to end up right at the end of the fender. Plus, you can see this here. I don't like that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pop this side off here, and we're gonna trim 1 inch. Trim 1 inch off. Now we also need to notch this out up here. See how its header panel is resting against there? That has to be notched out 1 inch. Right there. for the most part. I'm liking that. We're gonna end up trimming this off at an angle. Put a plate in here. So let me go make some adjustments and we'll bring you back. Okay, we're back. I sank it back there 3/4 of an inch. Bobbed off 1 inch. The little notch there, I had to fix my little whoopsie. Probably build that up a little bit, maybe a little radius. It did pull in, but it's hitting inside. What it's hitting is right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. That white line right there. That's to be the leading edge of the bumper retainer that's in here. If I can get rid of that, because we're not going to need the bumper cover retainer, I can move this where I need it and do the final tacking. As you can see, it does hide the unibody structure pretty well. I'm going to bend those up out of the way and paint them black. You'll never see them. Once this is all gusseted and welded solid, it'll be kind of a seamless transition. I'll go from there down to there, and from here down to here. Weld this all up. That too. Down through here, down along the back. Yeah, another routine. I would like it to sit up tight against there, which it is. Oh yeah, and we did lose a lot of the visual arc inside here. You won't see any of that. For now, I'm going to finish up here. Did get a lot done today, though. Trust me, it did get a lot. Does not show it in the video. Does not show it in the video. But getting all that cut out and just fit it to that point is a lot. And they started very, very early this morning. But I can't leave that like that. That has to come off. What I'll do is, right now, this is a blast of paint. And then take this guy off and leave the paint line as a witness. Fortunately, we're going to have to call it a day here because I have to run a personal errand. But just to let you know that we will be continuing this. I'd like to thank a subscriber who stopped by with a new camera for me, and hopefully within the next video or two we'll be using this guy and not picking up all this wind noise. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Next to the subscribe button there is a bell icon. That is the notification icon, and by choosing that you will be notified via email, text message, poke in the eye. I don't know how they notify you, but they will notify you every time I post new content. So if you have anything to say, good, bad, otherwise, criticisms, concerns, questions, feel free to post them in the comment box below. So, for Everyday Off-Road, I'm Mike, and end of, I think it was a video 4 for the bumper build. We shall catch you guys in part 5. Today on Everyday Off-Road, guess what, guys? We can ditch this DIY bumper. We have $3,000 to upgrade this front end. What? What? Really? Today on Everyday Off-Road, we will be continuing the DIY build because we have $30 to add to the front bumper. That changes things up a lot. Really? Next time, make sure this is right.